Hi YouTube! It has been a really long time and I'm finally catching up to everything, and I'm going to start with a recap video. Just kind of where I've been and what I plan on doing and how I'm feeling and everything else. But this is just going to be a small recap. I'm then going to go into possibly doing a TTC and health video, and then just some other plans of what I'm doing. So there might be like 2 to 3 new videos today. It's just been a really long time. My last videos that I've posted were back in the end of summer of 2012, and we're now at Memorial Day weekend 2013. So first I'd like to say that it has been now roughly 2 years since I started doing videos on YouTube. I have gone through and I've kind of removed things that I didn't like and tried to pick through the ones that I kind of liked the most or thought had the most pertinent information about me and kind of what I've been doing. What's really interesting to see as I look back on them is the change of how your life is changing, what you're doing in your life, and if it suits you to do certain videos or to progress, document what you're doing. So as most of you know, where I started in my videos was right before I was moving back to New Jersey, which will be 2 years now in June. At the end of June will be 2 years. And if you have never seen my videos before, if you're just going to start watching my videos, a lot of what I was doing 2 years ago was a lot of couponing, starting to learn how to do soap, a lot of green, environmentally friendly things, just because I was an environmental studies major, so I'm really into the green environmental stuff, and obviously a combination of weight loss, my health, and trying to conceive. So I am still I'm trying to look down at my notes and remember what I wanted to talk about. I'm still at the point of obviously trying to conceive. I have not had any opportunities at all in the last I guess 6 to 8 months of even having a cycle, which is what I'm going to talk about in my TTC video, where I've been and what's been going on. So it's a constant struggle. Let's see what else. So my videos are kind of a combination of everything. I also, of course, love to find videos online and do, create kinds of like video topics, I guess, of things that I like. Sometimes a little bit of video reviews, which I'm hoping to start doing more of. But I guess what's been happening and why I have not been doing videos is it is very hard to find isolated moments where I feel like I can be alone and discuss my thoughts and discuss my life. Then when I do find those moments, in the last couple of months, I've been struggling with serious depression. So I have not been in the mood to really do anything, or to really talk about anything. Which is counterintuitive, because really if I was kind of maybe talking a little bit more about some of my thoughts and feelings, maybe it would help trigger better moods. But I really don't. I want to find that barrier of what I want to talk about and have online, because obviously it depends on how much personal information you want out there. I guess kind of some of the videos that myself and other people do, it's kind of silly. You think, well, I wouldn't want this kind of information out there, but it just depends on what each person wants to talk about. I personally don't care about TTCing and childbirth and baby subjects at all. It is one of the most beautiful parts of being a woman, and I don't think it's a private, personal thing that you can't share with the world. I think that it is something that you can share with the world. It just depends on, I guess some people don't agree. So they might think that it's okay to talk about the arguments that they're having with their husbands and wives and boyfriends and whatever, as opposed to talking about what their experiences are with their children and creating a family. So I guess it just kind of depends on everyone's mentality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep this video short and kind of go over a recap of the last roughly 9 months. I lost my job at the end of July last summer, and so then I spent about a month looking for something until I finally found something at the end of August, and it turned out to be a really interesting job and a really interesting opportunity working in property management for a company in Brooklyn, New York. Now the location is actually that I work out of is not in Brooklyn, but on occasion from time to time I do go to the office in Brooklyn. I think it's a really awesome job. I'm really loving it, and that's all I'm going to talk about, the job. That job I got at the beginning of September, so I started the day after Labor Day, and it's going really well. Job things, I don't want to discuss. I do not want any personal opinions or any discussions of work on my videos. So you will never hear me talking about work at all. Not even about people at work, period. I'm not even giving the name of the company or anything. Basically, I started that job in September. It's going very well, and it's just busy. It's one of these jobs that I'm constantly, I work for the maintenance department, so I'm constantly working with people, customer service, and it's busy, it's fast, it's high pace. It's a constant, constant flow of work all day long. It's a little bit different every day, but then at the same time there's a structure to every single day. So it's good. It's been interesting and exciting. And at times, I come home really tired. I have to do a combination of personal transportation with my husband and public transportation. So sometimes it's been busy. So obviously, as most of the world knows, at the end of October, we were hit with Hurricane Sandy. We are in a town that barely got affected. It was truly incredible that we were that lucky that we did not get as affected as many other areas. We are in eastern central New Jersey, so we are actually in Union County, New Jersey. The area that we were in really did not get hit with that much. Obviously, in the harbor area did get a lot of damage, but nothing compared to other areas that literally homes got ripped up or sand completely covered them. So I do have a video which I never got a chance to post because it needs to be edited, of Hurricane Sandy. So that is actually on my list of videos to do. And then since then, the winter was horrible, very cold. I mean, literally like 3 days after Hurricane Sandy, or I think it was like a week or something, we got hit with a snowstorm. So it was so ridiculous. It's like, here we are coming out of a hurricane and snow already. So I had no special plans for November. I ended up going to Florida for Christmas. My parents moved into a new home, and so I went to go see them down in Florida for Christmas. And then the New Year started, and New Year started pretty good. And really, there's not much else. The only big development was in January. I guess I'm gonna leave. No, you know what? Actually, I'll talk about it in my health thing. I had a really big scare in February, and then in March was my birthday. And the only biggest development after that was a week after. It was pretty cold up here in Jersey still. It's actually been pretty cold. Even parts of April were cold, and even parts of May have been weird. Like this past weekend, like didn't even hit 60 yesterday, and we're at the end of May. So it was like really crazy, ups and downs, and the weather is just crazy. But our biggest update is we ended up finding a dog, which I will put that on another video because I want to keep this one short. And it's already going to be like 10 minutes. But we found another dog. His name is Branco. Come here, Branco. Come here. Come here. I'm almost positive he is a, here he is. Hi. Of course everyone remembers our other dog, right? Gali. Gali's there in the video. Branco is I'm almost 100% sure he's some sort of mixed with pit bull. There he is, stretching out like crazy. I'm almost positive he's a mix of pit bull and Dalmatian. So, just because he's got so many spots like all over him, like, but of course he's like husky-ish, like pit bull. But so anyways, so that's just a little recap. I'm going to try and trim the video a little bit and get it right around this, 10 minutes or so. And I'm going to be right back with you guys with another video on my TTC and health. Thank you. Bye.